I think probably, as you said, Helen, because I've spent almost all of the last year with my daughter, with lockdowns and homeschool and everything, and a lot more time doing that than writing. So yes, it's nice to sort of revisit poems about her. So the first one goes all the way back to the pregnancy test and the day of that. No blood in Ikea. The day we found you were coming to us, we drove to Ikea. We knew the route, the dusk of Harrow, but the landmarks had shifted. There is no blood in Ikea. Cells do not divide against the clean white surfaces. Cows do not bellow on all fours on the beds with imaginative storage. The returns department, while inefficient, is operational. Homeward, sideboard bungee to the roof rack, I thought of the road, uncoiling in the dark between us. It seemed a long way to travel. Later, wired for the section, they told me it would feel like dishes being done in my belly. I tried to think of the kitchens with soft closed doors, the rows of stainless sinks, Amaran, Llangudden. I probably should have explained those last two words for people who don't love Ikea, that all the products have lovely Swedish names. Great, and this is, yes, another caesarean section poem, I guess. First sight. Where did you come from? You with your wizened hands, nails ancient as if they dug you from ice or bog and not my body. Did the light hurt you? The air sting your lungs like winter? After those closed months, were you glad to stretch, unfurl the fronds of your fingers? Or did you miss me? The clock of my heart underwater, how close and private I kept you. Why did you watch me? Did you suspect I never deciphered your code of knees, elbows, language nudged against my sides as I waited for sleep, for you? Imagined you swimming towards me across a wordless water with your gills, your fur, your open mouth. Who knitted that speckled hat? Were we strangers when we met? Did you love me at first sight? And this one is about the tougher days of looking after a small child full time. Here. Sometimes I even imagine leaving. Not for any lack of love, but because each day is so long, it has no edges. Loneliness is solid as another person, and rage lies under everything, and each decision is a kind of pain. I picture myself returning one day in an outfit that doesn't look like mine. I crouch behind a car across the street, watch them come out of the house, to stand on the step a few moments while they fiddle with keys and bags. He is greyer, still a little sad, single, obviously, because no one is quite as good as me. She is taller, in school uniform or clothes that don't match because he could never tell what went with what, and she hasn't had me to teach her. I watch them turn down the road and walk away, holding hands, maybe wondering where I am, or maybe used to it, being the one whose wife left, the one in the class who can't paint a card on Mother's Day. Even the thought of it is enough to make me cry, to hold on to her as if I'd really done it. Okay, and this one is about the kind of tough questions that children tend to ask, and also about, I suppose, about measuring love and how Impossible, that is. She tells me she loves me till the last number. And what is the last number anyway? I tell her I don't know, and all the things I don't know tumble ahead of me into the black hole of her questions. We look up what comes after trillion, which is as far as I get, discover quadrillion, quintillion, sextillion, and on to Graham's number, the highest to be used in a mathematical proof. The last, it seems, is a Googleplex, 1 followed by a Google zeros. But that is only the last we have a name for, and transfinite numbers are larger than all finite numbers and may be absolutely infinite. A single Google is greater than the number of atoms in the observable universe, which is moving away from us faster than the speed of light and may be unbounded. If you wrote out a Googleplex, the mass of books you'd fill would be vastly greater than the masses of the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies combined. Just writing it would take many times longer than the accepted age of everything, and out beyond proton decay and the big freeze. She is not intimidated by this. Her body against mine on the sofa is warm and made of stars. I think about that final zero, how I will wait for her there with all I can carry. And we're sort of staying in space. This poem came out of, I read a YouGov poll a couple of years ago, and it had found that half of British people wouldn't take a trip to the moon, even if they were guaranteed safety. So I sort of got to thinking, well, would I want to go to the moon or not? It's called I'd Rather. I'd rather walk you to school each day and home again. I'd rather unpeel your wet things after I didn't check the forecast and dry your glowing skin. I'd rather help you with your spellings, press the words into you like a key into wax. I'd rather tidy your room, return each book to its place, blow the dust off Jupiter. I'd rather kiss you at bedtime, your little mouth, your hair the smell of you, frogs singing from the iPad because you love them. I'd rather go downstairs and lie on the sofa under a blanket and watch snowy murders on the telly with your dad. I'd rather eat cheese straight from the packet, its cold white tang shot through with cranberry planets. I'd rather climb upstairs, up your bed's fine ladder, to check you're still there, your face on the pillow like silver. This next one is going to be in my new pamphlet that's going to be published next year by the Ambit Press. And the pamphlet's all about my experience a couple of years ago of having a giant ovarian cyst. And as part of the surgery for that, I had to have one of my ovaries removed. So this one is a poem to that lost ovary. Elegy for an Ovary. You should have been with me till the end. You died before the rest of me, sent ahead to the fire. Sometimes I feel you ovulate, that small hot ache that mostly went unnoticed, like a limb still itchy, long after amputation. Feel you cast out an egg with your endless sense of hope. Little nut, how I should have loved you. Don't think because your twin works hard enough for two that we don't miss you. Don't hear the quiet where you used to hum of all the marvels you could do. Your gifts of blood and milk, your lust. This child, her body housing your paired daughters. Okay, and this is my last one. And Jan Heritage at Finished Creatures kindly shared this poem yesterday for Earth Day, so I thought I'd finish with it now. Bluebells for my daughter. You find a different path. Lead me up through hazel alive with silver fire. Show me where to place my feet, how to zigzag the steep of the bank, forgetting it was me who'd shown you slant was better than straight. And there are bluebells on the ridge, each step a crush of sap. The pond is new from here, its shape recast, waving its yellow flags. And the river too, reeds a blur beyond the trunks. You pick our way between the beach, the high May shafts of pollen, and I follow. Try not to dent the light, the tired but open heads, this haze of fallen sky. Thank you very much.